On True Oldies 92.1 FM and 1010 AM WPCN, featuring the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point Pointers. UWSP Sports brought to you by Skyward Incorporated, connecting parents and education. Portesi frozen pizza and cheese fries. There are many pizzas, but only one Portesi. Bone and Joint Clinic, with 4 convenient locations across central Wisconsin, including Clover. Online at bonejoint.net. Partners Pub, Stevens Point's birthday headquarters, open 365 days a year. Great food, drinks, entertainment, and company. Paper City Savings, great rates for all your financial needs. Online at papercitysavings.com. The Rock and Roll Cafe, open 7 days a week with extended hours Thursday through Saturday. Stopping for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Auto Select, quality, dependable auto repair and service performed by quality technicians you can trust. And by the Final Score Sports Bar and Grill, 2nd and Maria, Stevens Point. Now, here's today's game.
Well, good evening and welcome from the Quandt Fieldhouse on the UW-Stevens Point campus. It is UW-Stevens Point men's basketball, where tonight our Pointers play host to the Oshkosh Titans. I'm Scott Krieger. Great to be with you again here this evening. The Pointers, well, they won their very first game and have suffered 3 straight losses since. Oshkosh is 3-1, having done just the opposite. So we'll see what happens here today. The Titans, neither team has a whole lot of size. Oshkosh can go 6'8" in the post with a freshman, a 6'7" junior, another junior that's 6'8". Stevens Point has to go down to a freshman to get to that height, but otherwise everybody's kind of even, 6'4", 6'5", 6'3", somewhere in there. It should be an interesting matchup. We're here just in time to get the national anthem, and then we'll come back and play a little college basketball here tonight. We'll try to keep you up to date on all the other scores in our conference as well. Let's take a break. We'll get the anthem and come right back. This is UW-Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN. Welcome back out to the Quandt Fieldhouse here as our Pointers getting ready to take on the Oshkosh Titans. Titans, as I mentioned, 3-1. Matt Lewis, the head coach, coming into this season 49-12 with his record. So obviously now 52-13. Stevens Point with head coach Bob Semling in his 16th season, and his overall record 317-102, and in conference play 168-52. All right, the starting lineup for UW Stevens Point is going to include 6'2" junior junior Zach Moots from Merrill, 5'11 senior Garrett Nelson from Beaver Dam. It's 6'4 freshman Anthony Espenson from Belvedere, Illinois, 6'5 junior Philip Flory from Wisconsin Rapids, and 6'2 sophomore Cliff McCray from Madison West. A little bit shuffling there, but as you go through games, and that's always been the way, you earn your minutes here at UW-Stevens Point, and so a little bit different lineup than we have seen, but not a ton. Cliff has been playing a lot. Anthony Espenson, I think, has certainly earned his starting spot here with his play as of late, so we'll see how this shakes out here tonight. For Oshkosh, 6'2 sophomore Will Mahoney from Appleton West High School, 6'5 senior Eddie Munch from Ripon, 6' junior Hunter Plowman from Appleton Xavier, 6'3 junior Eric Peterson from Batavia, Illinois, and 6'5 sophomore Levi Borchert from Kimberly. And the Titans have the opening tip. It will go to Plowman. He'll bring it up quickly, goes right by his man and misses a layup. So we're lucky there. I mean, he went right by his guy straight down the lane and somehow missed a layup. Rebound Pointers, and here we go. It'll go to Flory, sends it over to Espenson. Anthony to the free throw line. Kick out, Garrett thought about it, runs baseline, got inside and didn't go for the reverse layup. He was right there and did not take the reverse layup using the rim as a protector. Now pulls up for the jumper, and a missed opportunity, my opinion. We did get the rebound. It'll go out to Espenson. Anthony holds against the double team, got rid of it to Zach Moots, who had a big game the other day. Garrett down to the left baseline, goes inside, goes reverse this time and scores it. Well, maybe he heard me, or maybe he just realized, darn, what did I do that for? 2-0 Pointers. Plowman gets it into the hands of Peterson out on the left wing. Driving baseline, Plowman. Now he is a really good one. Actually, that was Minch at the time. Backing Flory down deep, trying to find a spot. Cliff McCray drops in and slaps it away from Borchert. Pointers will come out of there with it. Garrett Nelson into the front court, sends it up to McCray. Cliff back over to Garrett, swing it left, Phil Flory. Trying to back his man in, kicks it out. Garrett passes up the three, right back to Phillip on the left block. 10 on the shot clock. He'll take the turnaround jumper. McCray kept it alive, tipped out into the corner, and Hunter Plowman will dig it out. Up the floor it'll come for the Titans, 2-0 Stevens Point. Peterson on top, gives off left wing to Mahoney. He can score, and score at will at times. And as I speak, he goes up and tosses one off the glass and ties the game up at 2. 18:05 to go here in the opening half. McCray with it for Stevens Point to Zach Moots. Had 19 the other day. Garrett down to the baseline, backs it out to the corner. Sends it back to Phil Flory. Phillip has been nearly impossible to stop for anybody in our league. Garrett, a lot of dribbling, kick out to go to Zach Moots, makes his man, and they're going to say he traveled with the ball. Well, getting deep into that shot clock, but that's not unusual. Coach calling out some direction here. It'll go left side to Borchert. Up on top to Eddie Minch down the lane. Got his man to fall away and then hits the turnaround jumper. And Oshkosh grabs its first lead of the game at 4-2. Garrett up the right wing, gets the screen from McCray, can't use it. Off it'll go to Zach Moots. Man-to-man defense by the Titans. Back off to Garrett Nelson, down to the left of the lane, but stopped up. Finds McCray, Cliff into the lane, pulls up from 14, rims off, no. Well, when you get the open looks, hopefully you make some of them. Up it'll come with Minch over to the right side. Mahoney and a deep three, that's off the mark by Minch, and rebound by Phil Flory. Phillip into the front court, goes right side. Espenson tried to go baseline, had it tipped away and out of bounds. It will be Stevens Point basketball. Just underway here. Hopefully a good game by our Pointers here tonight. I know Coach is looking at things. We all know that it technically doesn't mean anything this year, right? But you're building for the future, so hopefully we will get that. And that means a good future from this group of guys and whatever recruits they're able to bring in next year. Out in the right corner, Zach Moots. Stevens Point down by a pair. Zach picked up the dribble, gets it out to Philip Flory. Really good defense by the Titans. Philip trying to go down the right of the lane, had it tipped away, picked up here by Borchard. Into the front court, Plowman over to the right wing. It'll go there to Peterson. We got a lot of scores. The Titans kick out, 3-ball fake over to Plowman. Hits 3 on the way, off the rim. Rebounded, put back up and in by Borchard. Just did not get a good seal off inside. Pointers are down by 4 at 6-2. Garrett Nelson walks it into the front court, working off the right sideline to McCray. Flory, they've done a nice job on Phillips so far. He's been averaging 25.3 points a game. Flory will take the triple. That's offline and rebound by Minch. Minch will bring it up himself. A lot of versatile players here for Oshkosh. Guys that can play a lot of positions, we'll call it that way. Triple from the corner is buried as Peterson hit it over Anthony Espenson. And it is now 9-2 Titans. Haven't hit any shots or it wouldn't look quite this bad. Garrett gives it off to Philip Flory. Really good defense by Peterson so far. Off the screen, Flory to the corner, takes the baseline jumper, and Philip found the range. So the pointers on the board again. 9-4 is the score. Quickly up Mahoney on the right wing, gets by Moots all the way to the glass, can't hit it. Rebound off the backside by Garrett Nelson. Some contact on the shot, but no whistle. Garrett brings it up inside the arc into the lane, pulls up for the 13-footer, missed it. That's early in our offense. I'm not sure that's what coach is looking for, I'll be honest. Plowman to the corner, wide open, triple again. You've got to get out on shooters. Minch hits the 3, and it is 12-4 in favor of Oshkosh right now. Flory into the right corner. Trying to back his way in on the baseline. Bad pass, stolen away. Out it'll come. Peterson down the left of the lane. Misses the layup. Foul call. Might be a shooting foul. I'm not positive. I would say it probably is. I'm going to go on Garrett Nelson. Can't say it's a great start for Stevens Point. And we're going to get our first timeout. 14:30 to go. And a timeout being taken right here. Timeout. Your final score, Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard showing Oshkosh 12 and Stevens Point 4. Back in 1 minute. This is Pointers basketball on WPCN. Score, Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard showing Oshkosh 12, Stevens Point 4. Plan your before or after game get-togethers out at the final score. Second to Maria Stevens Point, a great place, and they do totally involve themselves in socially distancing and take care of all of the precautions. Plenty of space for you to go and have a nice dinner or lunch. At the free throw line, the first charity toss of the game was good for Eric Peterson. He averages 10.7 points per game. And he will try this one, and the Titans have a 9-point lead. Cliff McCray high for the rebound there. So you're down by 9 here in the early going. Got to start doing something offensively. Garrett over to the right wing at the free throw line. Sends it over to McCray. Back to Garrett. Works down to the baseline. Out to Flory. He wants the triple, and he got it. Phillip is one heck of a scorer. As I mentioned before, averaging 25.3. 13-7. Now you need a defensive stop. Peterson over to the right side to Plowman. Plowman working against Garrett, crosses him over into the lane, falling down, didn't hit the shot. Espenson with a rebound. Off it'll go to Nelson, quickly left corner. Moots takes the triple, in and out, no. Put back by Espenson is good. Anthony Espenson, boy, what a career he's going to have here. 13-9, Stevens Point back within 4. Plowman with it. Gives it up on top to Peterson, looking over left, wanted to go to Minch, not available. Quinn Steckbauer out of Merrill High School into the ball game right now. 3 ball from the left wing, no. Garrett Nelson tracks down the rebound. Good cover by McCray to get out there. Cliff with it on the right wing, sends it out to Flory. Over to Espenson, down to the corner it will go. Garrett Nelson back over to Cliff McCray, and another travel. That's 2 on the Pointers here in the early going. Got to get the ball out of your hands. We see it a little bit. Not so much at the college level, but in the high school game. And the officials are getting a little tighter on calling those things. I'm A-okay with that. If it's a violation, get it called. Into the ball game comes Cole Booth out of Plymouth, a 6'1 freshman. Almost stolen by McCray. Peterson drives it into the lane. Check that with Minch. Picked up by the Pointers. Garrett down to the other end, and we're going to get a blocking foul inside. That is going to be called on Quinn Steckbauer. He had no choice. It was either that or give up the easy layup for Garrett Nelson. Garrett can get his team back within 2 if he can make a couple of free ones here. He's got 2 points in the ball game. Skyward Incorporated, connecting parents and education, help bring this ball game to you. Garrett's first free throw is good. 13-10, and a chance, as I said, to get back within 2 into the ball game. Will come Ryan Genrick for Stevens Point, replacing Zach Moots right now. Will Mahoney comes back for the Titans, replacing Eric Peterson. So Nelson gets the second of 2. And it is on the way and good. Well, the nice news coming out earlier today, if you didn't hear, the WIAC will have spring sports as they so-called normally would. I don't know that fans will be allowed, but games can go on. A drive by Steckbauer, can't hit it, and a late foul is going to get whistled. Let's see. Espenson's going to get the whistle here. He didn't think so. Of course, show me a guy that ever thinks he fouled unless he's doing it on purpose to stop the clock. Steckbauer at the free throw line makes good on the first. He averages 4 points a game. Got to watch him all the way through high school like we have with a lot of these guys, and he's a heck of a player. 14-11, and to make it 15-11. So Stevens Point down by 4. Garrett Nelson will drive it into the lane. We're going to get a foul before the shot. Cole Booth will pick up that foul. Boots will come in for Espenson here. Ryan Genrick, another one of our freshmen. Good one out of Muckwonago in the game. It'll come to Garrett Nelson. Garrett working up on top, looks and goes left wing. Philip Flory, he's got 5 here in the early going. 14 seconds, Garrett pulls up from 14, off the mark, no, and a foul. Baseline official came up with the foul call. That'll be Cole Booth, his second, and the 3rd team foul. It is a shooting foul, so Garrett Nelson right back to the free throw line here. His first with 12:20 to go in the opening half, on the way and settles into the bottom of the net. And let's see, in will come JT Petrie, 6'3 junior out of Sheboygan Falls for the Titans right now. Peter Timmerman getting set to come in 4-point. Garrett, another free throw, and this one on the way is good as well. So 15-13, Peter Timmerman into the ball game for the Pointers. That'll give Garrett Nelson a little break. So Ryan Genrick will have to run at the point. Up will come Will Mahoney into the front court for the Oshkosh Titans. They are up by a pair. It'll go out on the right side to Steckbauer into the corner. That is Petrie with it. Back out to Mahoney. Working the dribble into the lane against Ryan Genrick. Out to the corner. Kick out again. Mahoney will lift the triple off the rim. Peter Timmerman tips the ball over to Flory for the rebound. Phillip will bring it up, gives it off right side to Genrick. Everybody falls away. He'll take the triple. He left it short. Rebound Mahoney. Sometimes those are the toughest when nobody's there. Mahoney right down the lane, a scooping left-hander. No, Flory with the board. Down by 2. Stevens Point with a chance to even it up, maybe even get a lead. Phillip down the lane, goes up inside. He'll score it. Phillip Flory has 7, and the Titans want a timeout. 11:29 to go here. This will be a 30-second break. Let's take it, and we will return. This is UW Stevens Point men's basketball. Opening half over in Oshkosh. Our women are trailing early on, 9-5 in the opening quarter over there. We'll try to keep an eye on that along with the rest of the games going on. As I was mentioning, though, we got the word officially. Spring sports are going to be played in the so-called normal basis. That's my terminology, not the conferences, just so you know. Again, don't know if they're going to allow fans. That information will come out later. But you will have championships in baseball, softball. Let me think here. Track and field. I think there is soccer in the spring. Maybe women's golf. So they're going to have full seasons. Our Pointers softball schedule came out the other day. They're going to be, are they playing today? The next day or two, if they're not already playing today, in a couple of domes, one up in Rhinelander. So all good news, and we're hoping, I don't have any clearance yet, but we're hoping to be able to bring you a little bit of Pointer baseball and softball. With it here, into the lane, almost tied up. They got it out. Mahoney open for the triple, missed that one. The long rebound to Espenson. Up to Cliff McCray, into the lane, down the lane, off the glass, and Cliff scores it. Cliff is very athletic. You're going to love him. The Pointers regain the lead at 17-15 after being down 13-4. Kick out in a 3-ball, not going to go. McCray with a rebound. Cliff comes to us from UW Stout after he played his freshman year. Into the lane, pulls up from 11, left it short. Rebounded by Borchert. 17-15, Stevens Point. Quickly down, this is Plowman trying to go baseline, snuck inside and hits the little turnaround. Cliff McCray got bumped off and couldn't get back. So we're even at 17. Phillip Flory to the front court, works out on top, goes left side. Zach Boots drops it into Espenson. Anthony trying to work down deep. Pinned down on the block to a cutting Cliff McCray. Beautiful pass, good cut by Cliff. He's got 4. And what are we going to get? A delay of game warning on Cliff McCray, I think. He made the shot and then may have grabbed the ball and tossed it or whatever. When the ball goes through the hoop, you've done your job. You're not supposed to go and grab it, and especially with any kind of a delay action. So that's a warning. Peterson to Borchert down in the corner. Pointers by a pair. Borchert back in against Flory. Off to Mahoney. Drives it down against Zach Moots. They're going to stay off with Zach and out of bounds. That's a good matchup. Zach Moots and Will Mahoney right now. Zach is a good defensive player. Mahoney will try to inbound, and he does so to the corner. Into the hands of Petrie. Plowman up on top, back to Petrie on the left wing. Looks to the corner. Plowman, a deep three off the rim. Rebound inside Titans. Double clutching, going up, overlaid. Rebound again inside by Borchert. And then lost out of bounds. That's where you have to rebound. You got him to take a gigantically long three at the horn, and then you didn't get the rebound. And you gave Borchert 2 extra cracks, and now they'll get a full crack. Those are the little things. Rebounding is so key. Borchert in the left corner. Kick out. Mahoney's triple in and out. No, pardon me, that was Minch. And the rebound off to Philip Flory. Philip working down to the left baseline. Trying to back his way in. Steckbauer on him. Philip, a turnaround half hook. No. Maybe force that one a little bit. Getting a little bit one-man, two-man basketball at times. Into the lane area is Plowman. Kicks to the right corner. Steckbauer loads it up off the mark. Rebound Garrett Nelson, who is back in. Garrett will bring it up here for Stevens Point. Garrett to the top of the circle, back over to Espenson. Anthony loads up the triple, off the rim, no. Rebound tipped, and coming down with it is Borchert. Boy, he's got to have at least 5 rebounds already. Plowman trying to get by Garrett Nelson, takes him into the lane, a little bit bigger, and a turnaround and a foul on Garrett. That is the one thing. Garrett is small. And I don't mean just height-wise. He is 5'11". That's a little shorter than, say, in this case, Plowman, who is 6 foot. So an inch. But Plowman's a little wider. And they sometimes like to back Garrett down. I don't just mean they being Oshkosh, as Hunter Plowman hits the free throw. But opposition likes to back Garrett down. He's got to find a way to keep guys on the perimeter when possible. Garrett, by the way, with his second personal, third team, so that'll put him on the bench, and Ryan Genrick will come back in here for Stevens Point. This one on the way, and it is all tied up again. Hunter Plowman with 4 points. Cliff McRae will bring it up for Stevens Point. Working dribble out on the left wing, hands it off to Espenson. Anthony on top to Zach Moots off the Fleury screen. Got it back over to Phillip. Flory with it here, working against Minch. Bounce over to McRae. Left side, down to the baseline, backing his way in. Here comes the double team. Out to Genrick, into the lane. Tosses out to Espenson. Over it'll go to Flory. 4 on the shot clock. Phillips stripped away. Going to take the last second shot, and it banked in. Banked in for Philip Flory. Almost a shot clock violation. If we had TV cameras, we might find out it got off his hand a little late. I'm not sure. Steckbauer works the dribble on the right wing. Picked up that dribble against Moots, a couple of former teammates. Steckbauer takes him backdoor and scores. High school teammates, and in this case, Quinn got the better of it. Flory into the front court. Pulls up for a triple, off the rim, no. Rebounds, and that's going to be out of bounds. Good effort by Hunter Plowman, but he couldn't control it. 7:47 to go, and this will be a media timeout. 7 minutes, 47 seconds to go here in the opening half. Bone and Joint Clinic, 4 convenient locations across central Wisconsin, including Plover, online at bonejoint.net. We're all tied at 21. Let's take the minute break, and we're coming right back. UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN. 7:47 to go here in the opening half. And all tied up, UW Stevens Point 21, UW-Oshkosh 21. Down in Whitewater, Platteville leading the Whitewater men right now, 31-26. Over in Menominee, La Crosse on top of Stout, 24-13. And the Pointers with the ball, Cliff McRae. Ryan Genrick over to the right side. It'll go to Zach Moots. Shot clock 13. Into Philip Flory on the right wing. Spin move. Baseline jump hook. No. Rebound over the top by Levi Borchert. Up it'll come with Eddie Minch. Into the lane. Down the lane. Leaves it off for Borchert. His lean in is good. Nice leave by Minch. And we've got, I think, a good field goal. And then a foul on Oshkosh. I'm waiting to see what they determine here. It is going to be a foul. Eddie Minch is going to go to the free throw line. Somebody say something? A delay of game foul when you gave up a basket under your own. I don't get that, but okay. Eddie Minch misses the free throw. That's a weird call. And I don't know what precipitated it, so I'm not saying it's the wrong call, but it's a weird call. Titans back on top, 23-21. Stevens Point has forced some offense here. Ryan Genrick at the top of the circle. Got to get Philip Flory in the flow instead of just spotting up one-on-one. Fleury out on the right wing. Flory gets it back to Zach Moots. We're getting a lot of one-on-one. Moots lifts the jumper. It won't go. Rebound Borchert. And a foul is going to be called on Cliff McRae going by. We're not passing the basketball. Coming down, it gets locked up on one side. Two guys handle it. And then we lift a shot with guys on us. That's not the old Pointer basketball that we're all accustomed to. Foul on McRae and team number 4. And it'll go on the baseline to Eddie Minch. Working against McRae. Step back jumper. That looked like a travel, and that was. He stepped back and then went back even more. 23-21. Got to get the flow of the offense. This is just my opinion, and I guess I definitely could be wrong, but it just looks like we get locked up with almost always a two-man game here. Moots hands it off to McRae. A little bump up there, didn't travel. Cliff wanted to make a pass, has it stripped away. He wanted a foul, nothing called. Plowman to the other end. Plowman into the lane, passes underneath. And boy, we're losing guys under that basket. Levi Borchert, and it's back to a 4-point Oshkosh lead. You just can't lose guys. Cliff McRae gives it off to Genrick. Left wing, it'll go to Zach Moots. Zach to the free throw line, down the lane, kicks to the corner. Genrick into the lane. He'll pull up for the short jumper and missed it. Shots you have to make in college. Up front, it'll come with Borchert down to the baseline, sneaks inside, kicks to the corner. Big bump there out. It'll go to Steckbauer. His deep three is good. Well, you had gotten a lead, and now you're back down by 7. That's what happens when you don't score. Philip Flory will bring it to the front court and then get a timeout call. You got to get shots to go. That's the name of the game in basketball. 5:37, and we'll stay right here. This is the Pointers' first timeout, only a 30. Well, some other good news here for Stevens Point. We have a new offensive line coach for our football team when they get back at it in the fall. Taylor Lucas, a former Pointer, played here from 2012 to 15, a 4-year starter on the O-line. He's back to coach our offensive line. Good hire by Coach Breitbach. And Taylor was a 2-time academic All-American, so he definitely qualifies in that area, doesn't he? 5:37 to go. Stevens Point got themselves down by 9, battled all the way back to tie it up, and now trails by 7. Offensive woes right now. They are doing a nice job on Philip Flory. Moots into the right corner. Espenson drives baseline, got cut off. Fadeaway jumper, left that short. Moots with a rebound, put back, off the rim again. Boy, we've missed 3 bunnies inside. Quickly up, Borchard off the wing, gets all the way underneath and scores an easy layup. We're just way late defensively on Levi Borchard. Going to have to improve that. Genrich up on top, now down 9 again. Over it'll go to McCray. McCray traveled with the basketball, no question about that. Cliff couldn't make up his mind what he wanted to do and took a step before the ball ever came out of his hands. 30-21, Oshkosh. They're scoring, you're not, and therein lies the problem. For Stevens Point, anyway. Left wing, it'll go to Quinn Steckbauer. His pass intercepted up on top by Borchard, intended for Mahoney. Right side, down to the baseline, inside, off the rim, tipped by Steckbauer, no, and then out of bounds. Pointer basketball. Boy, Peterson almost with a baseline drive, and the Pointers are just losing guys defensively right now. Got to get bodies on, and that's some of the young guys. You know, that's a learned thing. Coaches talked, both Coaches Bennett and Coach Semling have long talked about. You just don't come in and understand the Pointer defensive system. You have to learn it, and until you do, you have some open spots, and now Philip Flory turns it over. Good steal by Peterson. On ahead into the lane, Mahoney pulls it back out, goes to Borchard. He'll take the triple, missed it, tipped, and Genrich will pick it up. 4:15 to go. They're allowing some contact. Philip Flory, right wing, works dribble to the high post, gives it off to McCray, and it stops. Cliff, back out, it'll come to Flory. Takes the drive down the right side of the lane, baseline jumper, partially blocked. We're forcing some shots, bad offense. Cliff McCray with a nice steal. He's got Espenson with him. Cliff down the lane, misses, and they're going to call an offensive foul. I don't know about that, but it is going to get that call. And that'll be his second, and another turnover for Stevens Point. 3:49 to go. And we've got a timeout being taken right here. Oshkosh 30, Stevens Point 21. Back in 1 minute. Pointers basketball on WPCN. Well, 3:49 to go here in the opening half, and Stevens Point down by 9, 30-21. Tough sledding right now for the offense for Stevens Point. We are getting some forced shots. There's no question about that. I think Philip Flory a little frustrated, but we're not getting ball movement. The ball is getting locked up into individual players' hands, and they all seem to be thinking they have to score one-on-one. That's usually not the way it works here. Right wing triple buried because you didn't get out on Eddie Minch. You cannot let up, and now you're down by a dozen. 33-21. Anthony Espenson to the free throw circle. Back off, it'll go to Zach. Flory on the left wing. Throws it all the way across to Espenson. Haven't been able to get him started. Phillip, fadeaway three is offline, and the rebound, Oshkosh. We are just settling for long-range jumpers. Nobody going to the hoop. Into the lane, falling down, but maintaining possession, Mahoney. Over to the right wing, it'll go to Peterson. Up on top, they'll go there to Petrie. Back to Mahoney to the free throw circle. Right wing, Peterson again, guarded by Espenson. Into the low post, it'll go Borchard against Philip Flory. Backs him in, does a little up and under, and they're going to bail him out with a foul. He fell down. They're going to call the foul on Ryan Genrick. Well, that'll be his first and team number 6. 33-21. You're just getting outworked. A little bit smarter offense by Oshkosh at the moment. Too much one-on-one by Stevens Point. Borchert misses the first. He'll get another. Garrett Nelson will replace Cliff McRae right here. I don't have the stats up, but I can't imagine we have too many assists here tonight. Second one by Borchert is offline, and Flory secures the rebound. Gives it off to Garrett Nelson. All right, got to work through it. Zach Moots works out high, trying to direct a little traffic. Zach takes it down to the baseline, cut off by Mahoney, takes him into the lane, kicks it out to Genrick. Genrick over to Espenson. Well, he's getting some better ball movement anyway. Flory gets a step and will get a hand check foul out on the wing. That one going on Oshkosh. Eric Peterson with the foul, only the 4th team foul here. Auto Select, quality, dependable auto repair and service performed by qualified technicians you can trust. Need a basket, need something to get going here. Into the corner, it'll go to Garrett Nelson. Got cut off trying to go baseline. Garrett and Philip Flory out on the left wing. Flory sets the screen. Nelson into the lane, backs it out. Now you're down to 8 seconds. Flory down to the baseline. Lean-in jumper, goes bank and scores it. So we're back to within 10 at 33-23. Plowman, over it'll come to Petrie. Into the lane, Minch will back it out, stops his dribble. Mahoney on the left side lifts the 3, came up short. Rebound, Titans again. We just cannot rebound. Plowman into the corner, trying to go baseline with a little push off that time without a whistle. Petrie down the lane, Plowman scooping layup, no rebound. Philip Flory into the open floor, Flory into the lane, and they're going to call him for an offensive foul. Didn't like the call, and I don't know that the defense was actually set, but the call was made, so you got to live with it. 33-23. That is going to bring in Brady Wagner for Stevens Point. He'll give Philip Flory a rest. Well, down by 10. Nice to get it inside, down to 5 or 6 by halftime. Plowman over to the left side to find Minch. Giving up a lot of size out there right now. Peterson down to the baseline, into the corner. Plowman back into the lane. Tosses back out on the perimeter. Shot clock at 8. Mahoney gets open, lifts the 3, can't hit it. Nice rebound by Ryan Genrick. How about scoring? Up to Brady Wagner on the left wing. Slows things down, gives it up to Zach Moots. 22 on the shot clock, now a minute on the game clock. Wagner down to the left baseline. Circles back out. It'll go over to Peter Timmerman with the handoff to Zach Moots. Shot clock at 10. Zach crossover dribble. Still a lot of one-man dribbling stuff. Down on the baseline and off of Oshkosh and out of bounds, but the Pointers will have only 3 seconds remaining on the shot clock. The offense is not pretty right now. I'm going to just be blunt. A lot of one-on-one kind of play. You're going to have to get a quick one off. Genrick inbounds. Zach Moots with a quick shot, and he buries the triple. His first basket, 33-26. How about a stop and one more score here? Into the lane, down the lane, easy underneath. Somehow again, you lose Levi Borchert. 35-26. Somebody just is not aware defensively. Brady Wagner with 20 on the game clock now. Before halftime, Zach Moots with it. You're down by 9. Zach will take another 3 and buried that one. Well, how about a defensive stop? 35-29, down by 6. Mahoney works it into the lane, got away with an extra step, missed the layup, rebound Borchert, and the clock will expire. Boy, the Titans have missed some layups as well. Not a good first half offensively, but you're only down by 6. It is Oshkosh 35 and Stevens Point 29 on your Final Score Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard. When you're looking for a place for a great lunch or dinner, make sure you check out the Final Score. They're at 2nd and Maria Stevens Point. Back here in 90 seconds, UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN. Now, on your Final Score Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard, when you're looking for a place to go out to eat and want some great food in a wonderful atmosphere, go see the fine folks at the Final Score Sports Bar and Grill. They're at 2nd and Maria Stevens Point. Our trivia question tonight brought to you by Portesi Frozen Pizza and Cheese Fries. There are many pizzas. There is only one Portesi. The phone number to call is 342-1010. 342-1010, and the first person to give Allie the correct answer will get a couple of pizzas from Portesi. Our question, and pay attention, it's not a trick question, but pay attention. What was the last year that the Pointers swept Oshkosh in the regular season? All right? Last year that the Pointers won both games in the regular season against the Oshkosh Titans. 342-1010. The number to call, and again, the first person to give Allie the correct answer will get a couple of pizzas from Portesi. Well, I expect that the Pointers will try to ratchet up the defense, get a body on Levi Borchert, who has been the killer so far, and then try to work your offense a little bit better. And when I say a little bit better, I just mean more team-oriented. It just appears to me like you are really getting locked into one- and two-man games again like you did the other day against Platteville. You just have to move the basketball, find an open shot, and guys are going to knock the shots down. Trust your teammates. Here you go. Garrett Nelson into the front court. Pointers down 6. Anthony Espenson off the left side into the corner. Back out to Cliff McRae. Swing it over to the right side to Garrett Nelson off the Flory screen. Garrett into the lane, down the lane, takes a tough shot, no. McRae puts it up, no, and a foul. Good job by Cliff to get in there and get a rebound. And that foul will be whistled on Levi Borchert. That will be his second of the ball game. And Cliff McRae going to the free throw line. His first on the way, rims out, no. 35-29, you get a second opportunity here. Paper City Savings, great rates for all your financial needs online at papercitysavings.com. Boy, this would be a nice one to get if you could here tonight. Cliff's second, rims out as well. Missed opportunity, Eric Peterson grabs the rebound for the Titans. Up it will come. Across the top of the circle, Plowman underneath to a cutter. Missed the shot in there, Eddie Mitch. Stevens Point, 5-on-4. Into the front court, Moots goes right, gives it off to McRae. Cliff sends it on top to Garrett. Works dribble to the free throw line. Fumbled by Anthony Espenson. Picked up on the wing by Philip Flory. Back to McRae. Cliff will take the three from the top of the circle and miss that one. Mahoney with a rebound. Front court off the screen that time by Peterson. Mahoney down the lane, and he'll score the layup. Got by Espenson. So you are down 37-29. Garrett Nelson across the timeline. Starts right wing, crossover dribble right to the rack. Takes a huge contact without a whistle call. And the rebound off to Oshkosh. Into the lane, Plowman off to Mahoney. Down the lane, takes it up against Moots. Lost it out of bounds. I don't think Zach touched it. But it is going to go to Oshkosh. 21 seconds left on the shot clock here. Mahoney, the inbounder, gets it into the corner to Eddie Mitch. Guarded by McRae, got right by Cliff, up inside, scores it with a foul. Well, that's too easy, I'm sorry to say. Cliff got up in him, but then he had no space to react. And Mitch went right by him and to the rack. The foul called on Zach Moots. His first. And now a chance for a three-point play. It is off the mark. Boy, Oshkosh not good at free throws so far. Back down by 10 is Stevens Point. Haven't scored yet. Garrett Nelson off the Flory screen down to the baseline. Back to Phillip. No time to load that one up. Spin move into the lane. Shovels it out to the corner. Garrett Nelson back into the lane. Takes a tough shot. It comes up short. Looking for a foul again. Didn't get it. Plowman into the front court. Drives down the right of the lane. Goes in and missed the layup. That's his second missed layup. He won't do that often. Got a break there. Zach Moots. Back to Garrett Nelson. Flory trying to set a screen. Again, you're locked down a little bit on that left side. The lob, bad pass stolen away by Peterson. Boy, we saw that at the end of the Platteville game. That's just a bad play. Mahoney behind the back, dumps it in on the baseline. It'll go there. Working his way toward the lane is Borchert. Kick out, Minch wide open. No, Flory with a rebound. And a bad pass stolen by Minch, and luckily he missed it. You didn't see him coming from the wing. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Flory into the front court. I know they're technically doesn't mean anything this year, but goodness, this is building for the future. Cliff McRae out on the left side. Works dribble, kicks it out. Zach Moots, shot clock 8. Back to McRae, trying to create into the lane. Jump stop, goes up, short shot, and he got it. Cliff is an athlete. You got to teach him pointer basketball yet. Part of that is defense. 39-31. Borchert out on the left side, gets it underneath to Eddie Minch. Backing in against McRae, got him in deep, missed the shot. Cliff with a rebound. He'll start it out from behind the basket. Gives it off on the left wing to Garrett Nelson. Dribbles toward the corner, leaves it for Zach Moots. Not a lot of movement off ball. Garrett Nelson to the free throw line, down the lane, scooping layup, missed it. Rebound off to Borchert. Plowman into the front court, stops up, everybody falls away, and he'll take the three, missed it. There's Borchert with the putback, no, and then a foul. And again, how does he get the rebound underneath? Because you didn't put a body on him. Espenson will get the foul. Anthony will learn, as will the rest of the pointers. It is a tough league. That's 2 on Espenson. And the free throw is good for Levi Borchert. Gives him 11 points, and I know he's got at least 10 rebounds. In for the Titans will be Cole Booth right now for Oshkosh. Borchert will get the shoe tied, and then will be set. Quinn Steckbauer also in for the Titans. 40-31. And this one is not going to go. Rebound by Philip Flory. We'll leave it for Garrett Nelson, and up it'll come. Down 9, 16:07 to go. Garrett with the right wing dribble. Gives it up to Flory. Across the way, it'll go to Zach Moots. Back over on the right wing. Looked at a cutter, nothing developing. Garrett will launch the jump shot and bury one. It's a long 2 for Garrett. Gives him 8 points in the game, back down by 7. Need another stop. Plowman into the front court. Long cross court, it'll go there to Steckbauer. Tried to hand it off to Booth, sends it instead into the corner to Borchert against Philip Flory, bangs into him. Now kind of hooks him, goes down to the baseline, sneaks around him and scores it. 42-33. Nelson off to Flory. Left wing to Anthony Espenson. They've done a nice job on Espenson. Beautiful backdoor cut by Garrett Nelson, and a heck of a pass by Espenson. 42-35. Plowman off to Steckbauer. Again, Borchert. We're making him look like an All-American so far tonight. Puts it on the floor. Maybe he is. Philip Flory, what are you going to get? An offensive? I think Philip maybe flopped a little bit, but I don't sometimes understand basketball officiating. I'm not complaining about this group of guys, but they allow guys to bang into one another to back their way into the lane. If you have established position, I don't know why the offensive guy is always allowed to kind of shoulder into you to try to move you backwards. If you have that spot, to me, he has to find a way around you, not through you. But it's been called that way for many, many years now. Just something I don't quite understand. This is a timeout, 14:53 to go. Oshkosh up, 42-35. We'll take a 30-second break and come back. This is UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN. and Grill scoreboard showing Oshkosh 42, Stevens Point 35. When you're out looking for a great place to have a fun night with social distancing and all the precautions being taken, make sure you head over to the Final Score Sports Bar and Grill there at 2nd and Maria, Stevens Point. Down by 7, so obviously well within range. Improve the defense, get that offense rolling, and hopefully get out of here with a win. We did get a trivia winner. We'll get that to you in a moment. Garrett Nelson on the left wing. Philip Flory looking for the ball, came all the way to the timeline. It wasn't available. Espenson takes the dribble to the top of the circle. Cliff McCray on the wing, shot clock 12. Cliff into the lane, down the lane, all the way to the rack and scores. Cliff has 8. Within 5 now at 42-37. Hunter Plowman leaves it up on top to Peterson. Left wing, it'll go to Steckbauer. Oshkosh lobs it in, tipped away by Flory. There you go. Picked up by McCray. Phil into the front court. Carried it, got away with it. Traveled, got away with it, and found Espenson. And Anthony lays it in. He had 2 violations, in my opinion, in one dribble up the floor, but he got away with both. 42-39. Out on the wing, Plowman sends it up to Steckbauer. Over to the left side to Peterson. Looked at Booth cutting through the lane. Now sends it to him wide open in the left corner, and he buries the 3. Got rubbed off on a screen, and you can't allow that to happen. 45-39, just like that. So Stevens Point. Flory down to the baseline against Peterson, gives back off to Zach Moots, gives right back to Phillip, fake the 3, drives it to the hoop with the layup. It's good. Tougher than a layup, quite honestly, but a nice move by Phillip. 45-41 Titans. Plowman over to the left side off a big screen by Borchard, kick to the corner, and another 3 by Booth, and again you lost Cole Booth, which you cannot do. We're going to get a whistle and maybe a delay of game by Oshkosh this time. Well, all right. Here you go. 48-41. You allowed 2 threes on wide open shots, and you can't do that. I think we all know that. Booth out of Plymouth, Wisconsin, a 6'1 freshman. A lot of people were after him. Oshkosh went and put a billboard up there. Underneath, beautiful drive by Garrett, and he got it over to Cliff McCray. Some thought maybe some illegal recruiting by the Titans, and I said some. Inside, nice move by Steckbauer. He'll lay it up and in. Putting up a billboard over by Plymouth, but if it worked, it worked, because Booth is playing for the Titans. Garrett Nelson into the lane, pull-up jumper, and he's got it. 50-45 Titans. Booth leaves it off Peterson, left wing, into the hands of Minch. Off the screen, down to the baseline, running inside. Out to the corner, it'll go to Booth. Guarded by Espenson, back to Minch. Thought about the 3, drives it to the basket. Leaves it off for Borchard, swiped away by Flory, into the hands of McCray. Up the left wing, back to Cliff. Long cross court to Garrett, down to the right baseline. Got his man in the air, nowhere to go. Kick out, Flory wants the 3, that's offline, and it'll go out of bounds. And back it will go to Oshkosh. Pointers are down by 5 at 50-45. Looks like we have a timeout. Let's talk about our trivia contest. Won by Mr. Pat O'Donnell. Nice to see Pat at the grocery store the other day. As with masks on, I don't know if you folks, sometimes you see somebody, you say, is that who I think it is? And you're kind of there doing that. Well, that was the situation between Pat and I at the grocery store the other day, but we got through it, recognized each other after a moment. I don't think it had anything to do with old age. I really don't. I think the masks are doing that. But anyway, Pat O'Donnell is our trivia winner. Pat knew the last time the Pointers swept the Titans was back in the year 2015, the 14-15 season. Stevens Point won on January 10th, 83-57. Then on the 24th, the Pointers won 69-66 in overtime. Oh, by the way, that's the year that the Pointers lost to Oshkosh in the WIAC championship game. Right here, 50-47. The Titans were celebrating like they had just won the national championship, if you recall, Pointer fans. I think you know the end of that story, don't you? Stevens Point went on to win the national championship after losing the tournament championship game to the Titans. Stevens Point won the national title that year. So Pat O'Donnell will pick up a couple of pizzas courtesy of Portesi, frozen pizza and cheese fries. Pointers will come back with the same five: McCray, Moots, Espenson, Flory, and Nelson. And the Titans with Booth to bring it up also have Peterson, Borchert, Minch, and Steckbauer. Left side, it'll go to Booth. Booth off the high screen, gives to Minch in the right corner, takes the three off the mark, tipped up, and there it is again. Borchert with the rebound inside to Minch for a layup. Well, the ball came out long, and we cannot rebound. Levi Borchert is having his way at 6'5" under the glass. Over to the right side, it'll go to Cliff McCray. Down by 7 again. McCray backing his way into the lane, bounces it off to Nelson, into the corner to Moots. Zach had it tipped away, but got it back. Maybe not tipped. Everybody thought it maybe was a travel. Garrett fumbled it. Now he'll launch a jumper off the mark and rebounded by Booth. We're not handling the ball very well. Minch into the front court. When I say we, I'm talking UW Stevens Point. Off it'll go to Borchert, back to Minch, a deep three, and he buries it. Well, that one I can't get too critical about. Bob Barker calling in for trivia says I'm being too critical. I don't know about that. I'm trying to tell the truth. Garrett Nelson into the lane, down the lane, scooping layup, he's got it. That is my job, I figure. Into the front court, Booth with the basketball, 55-47 Titans. Steckbauer right to the rack. Can't hit it. Rebound lost. And who's going to get it? Looks like it'll go to Stevens Point. In for the Titans, J.T. Petrie. And Hunter Plowman back in as well. So the Pointers will get the basketball here. Portesi frozen pizza and cheese fries. There are many pizzas. There's only one Portesi. Again, every game we do, we give you a chance to win a couple of pizzas. Thanks to Portesi. Make sure when you're out shopping, you buy Portesi pizzas. Garrett Nelson up high with the dribble. Hands it off to Anthony Espenson. They've done a marvelous job on Espenson, who has been very good. Flory down the lane, leaves it off for McCray, and we've got bodies everywhere. And now they call an offensive foul. And where do they get that offensive foul from? Wow. Flory called for an offensive foul after all of that. All right. His second. 55-47. Quickly into the left corner, it'll go there. Petrie. Plowman down the right side of the lane, leans it in, scores it with a foul. That's something we don't get, and that is straight line drives and then a foul on top of it. Hunter Plowman will go to the line. That is the third foul on Garrett Nelson. Fourth on the Pointers already. Oshkosh just a little stronger, I guess. Not a whole lot older, although you're talking some juniors and seniors. Minch a senior. Plowman's a junior. It'll go to Phil Flory. He'll look down the left side of the lane, almost traveled. Kick out. Garrett wants three. That's way off mark. And then a rebounding foul is going to go where? They're going to call it on Cliff McCray again. So on Cliff, that'll be his third and the fifth team foul. Plowman into the front court. Oshkosh starting to pull away. They tried to go inside. Ball tipped away and out of bounds. Should be point basketball, and it will be. Your final score, Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard. I don't think the Pointers touched it. But they're not going to argue, I guess. So off of Stevens Point, my bad. 58-47 on your final score, Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard.
The inbound comes to Mahoney in the left corner. Up on top, kind of caught Plowman by surprise. Back to Mahoney. Wide open, 3 ball. That one's off the mark. Rebounded by Flory. Phillip off to the right side. Will go to Zach Moots. Down to the right baseline. Into the lane. Jump stop. Didn't take the shot there. Off to Garrett Nelson. Back to Flory. Into the lane. Kick out. Moots. A deep 3 off the rim. Rebound Espenson. Back out to Garrett. Chance to reload. You're down by 11 again. 58-47. McCray, a lot of one-on-one down the lane. Throws one at the basket and comes up short. That's just bad offense. I just don't get it. I'm sorry. Plowman almost turned it over. Back on the left wing, it'll go to Petrie. Ryan Genrich getting set to come in for Stevens Point. And he'll give Cliff McRae a little bit of a rest. And here comes Brady Wagner for Stevens Point as well. And Garrett will get a little bit of a rest. 58-47, Oshkosh. 8:40 to go in the ball game. Ryan Genrich into the front court, gives it off left wing to Moots. Phillip Flory stops up, finds Boots on the left side. Zach to the left elbow, goes back to Flory, gets a step, drives baseline up inside, rolled it off the rim. Rebound off to Borchard, out it'll go, on the move, Plowman. Into the front court to Minch. And we get a screening foul. Yep, that'll go on Hunter Plowman. That's his first and only the third team now on the Oshkosh Titans. Well, the Oshkosh Titans have built their program back up. It wasn't all that good a few years back, but they are certainly one of the better teams in our conference now. Zach Moots will take the 3 and buries it. Zach with 9 points in the game right now. The Pointers trying to battle their way back here. Down by 8, down by 6 at the half. Right now, Pioneers lead Whitewater by 9. This will go to Borchert. Again off of a screen, and he goes straight to the basket for a layup. 60-50, Oshkosh. Flory, tip pass and out of bounds. Right through the hands of Zach Moots. And it'll be another timeout coming up here. 7:35 remaining, and timeout. It is Oshkosh 60, Stevens Point 50. We'll be back in a minute. UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN. All right, 7:35 still to go in this one, and Stevens Point finds itself down by 10 at 60-50 right now. On the women's side, right now, actually on the men's side, I should say, River Falls leading Eau Claire 55-44. We'll get the other two scores to you in a moment. Plowman looked inside to Borchard, had him for a moment. Now Mahoney up inside, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Will Mahoney. All right. Come down and get a basket. Other scores right now, men's side anyway. Platteville still leads Whitewater, but it's closer, 62-56. Lacrosse pounding on Stout right now, 61-48. Just gave you the River Falls Eau Claire score 55-44 Falcons. Zach Moots against Eddie Minch. Top of the circle, wanted to hand it off to Flory, goes instead Ryan Genrich. Into the left corner, it'll go to Brady Wagner. Frees up with the dribble over to Espenson. Shot clock 9. Genrich out to Flory. Phillip trying to spin, goes to the free throw line, out to Genrich. His three is way offline and out of bounds. We're stuck out on the perimeter. I'm going to credit the Oshkosh defense, I guess. We just don't get cutters to the basket. Not a lot of passing. 60-50. Titans will bring it back. Plowman off to Peterson. Backdoor cut. Tipped away by Moots, but picked up by the Titans. Turnaround three. That's not going to go. Flory with a rebound. They're going to have to find some guys that can rebound in the coming years, that's for sure. Flory with it, drives down to the baseline. A little lean in by Phillip. Thought he might have been fouled, nothing whistled. And Mahoney will score it at the other end. Oshkosh does not waste time getting out on the break. They lead by 12, 62-50. Zach Moots. Peterson has done a whale of a job on Phillip Flory. Looks to be struggling a little bit with the right ankle. Three ball by Moots, in and out. No, out of bounds. Pointer basketball. I hope it's nothing serious, but Flory's got to come out of the game. It's either an ankle or a knee. Maybe he got kneed and took a Charlie horse, whatever it might be. Garrett Nelson back in. We're going to hope that it's something like a Charlie horse or something for Phillip. Could be one of those muscle spasms. I don't know about that. I don't have any muscles. But Zach Moots will inbound to the right corner to Garrett Nelson. Moots looked at Espenson in the corner. Genrich. Back around. Now Espenson on the left baseline trying to slide in. Holds his spot. Goes to McCray. Cliff got by his guy underneath. Scores with a foul. Cliff can do that. And he'll go to the line with a potential three-point play. The foul whistled on Oshkosh. That'll be the third on Eric Peterson. Number 5 on the Titans here. Cliff McCray at the free throw line trying to get the score back within double digits. Misses. Cliff is 0 for 3 from the line. That has to change. 62-52. Mahoney underneath to find Peterson. Kicks it to the corner. Running baseline. Steckbauer back off the Borchert. Stolen away by Genrich. McCray on ahead. Garrett Nelson scores with a foul. There's a nice breakout for Stevens Point. Nice pass from Cliff McCray, and Garrett able to finish and draws the foul on the Titans. 8-point difference, and Oshkosh wants a 30-second timeout. 5:26 to go in this one. Timeout taken by the Oshkosh Titans. It is Oshkosh 62, Stevens Point 54. Back here in 30 seconds, Pointers basketball on WPCN. Oshkosh Titans 62-54. The final score, they are at 2nd and Maria in Stevens Point. Wonderful, folks. Check it out for some great food and great entertainment. Good night out over at the final score. Our Pointer women struggling over at the Colf. They trail Oshkosh 57-34 in the second half of that game right now. Women will be here on Friday night. Men will be over in Oshkosh. Pointers down 8. They started the half down 6. And really have not done a lot since. Biggest lead, I think, got it up to 10, 11, maybe it was. I'll have to check. I don't recall. I think it was maybe 12 points. Garrett Nelson's free throw, missed that one. Well, we're good at missing free throws all of a sudden as well. 0-for-4 in the second half. Into the front court, Will Mahoney with the ball. Gives it off on the left wing to Minch. Back out on top, Peterson, right side. Mahoney for three, and he's got it. Got away from Ryan Genrick. 65-54. Nelson over to Moots on the right side. Garrett out on the left sideline. Takes the dribble high. Working, step back three. That's off the mark and rebounded by Peterson. Mahoney will walk it up here. Titans in control. Minch wide open three, and he's got it. Somehow they get wide open shooters, and the Pointers don't have that same capability right now. Espenson out to Garrett Nelson off the left wing. Almost had it stolen away. Out to Zach Moots. Back to Garrett at the top of the circle. Moots is going to take an awfully long three. That one rims off. I'm not quite sure where the shot selection is coming from, but 68-54. Maybe Pointer basketball has changed. Eddie Minch just plain and simple fumbled the ball and lost it out of bounds. That happens every once in a while. He's a fine player, to say the least. He's had a heck of a night so far. 18 points for Eddie Minch unofficially, and he averages 21 out of Ripon. Formerly the home of Ripon Good Cookies. They're not in existence anymore, unfortunately. Garrett, right corner jump shot, and he got one for Stevens Point. Speed Queen, home of the Republican Party. Backdoor cut, Minch lost his man, and an easy layup. Boy, oh boy. 70-56 is your score right now. Cliff McRae fakes the three. Goes to Garrett, right back to Cliff inside, and they're going to say what? He committed an offensive foul. So that'll be 4 on Cliff McRae, 6 on the Pointers, and we've got a timeout. 3:26 to go in the ball game. The Titans now up by 14. We'll take the 1-minute break and come back. UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN.
Hey sports fans, Scott Glinski of Skyward here. From the court to the field, the ice rink to the putting green, on the track and in the classroom, Skyward supports all local and state athletes. Since 1980, our advanced technology solution has been helping school districts improve outcomes, reduce cost, and achieve success for students. Visit us online at skyward.com to learn more and see how Skyward empowers school districts across Wisconsin.
Pub and Grill is proud to be a UWSP sports.
Remain here, and the Oshkosh Titans right now in control at 70-56, and the Titans will have the basketball. Stevens Point struggling. They were down by 6 at the half, and now down by 14 in the ball game. Quickly up left side, Mahoney, guarded by Anthony Espenson. Pointers have gone 8 deep so far tonight with their players I'm talking about. Oshkosh not any different, I don't think. Nope. 8 deep. Down the right side of the lane. Tough shot. Try won't go for Hunter Plowman. Wanted a foul, didn't get a whistle. It'll come to Garrett Nelson down to the other end. Philip Flory, great to see him back in there. I'm guessing it was a cramp or something. Garrett Nelson stopped, thought about an awful long three. Zach Moots down the left side of the lane, and we're going to get a foul. Hunter Plowman showing some displeasure, thinking I did the same thing at the other end and didn't get a call. But this foul will go on Levi Borchard. Zach Boots will go to the line. Zach with 9 points in the game. First one is good. So it's 70-57. He'll get another. And Zach misses that one. 1 out of 5 in the second half. 1 out of 6, pardon me. Mahoney with it, over to the right wing, it'll go to Minch. Guarded there by Zach Boots, tosses over. Plowman working against Garrett Nelson, and a blocking foul on Garrett. And I believe his 4th. 7th team, so now Hunter Plowman will go to the line with a 1-and-1. Back in will come Quinn Steckbauer for the Titans. 2:33 to go. And the first free throw is good for Hunter Plowman. So he gets a second one. Gave it the old lean to try to get it to go in the basket, and it worked. This one on the way is good as well. So the Titans up by 15 right now at 72-57. Quickly, Garrett Nelson's 3. That's offline. Quick shooting is the new thing for Stevens Point. Over to the right side, it'll go off to Steckbauer. Skip pass left down to the corner into the hands of Peterson. Back around to Eddie Minch. Titans look like they'll win this one easy inside Borchard, and he is fouled. Oh, and Flory comes down funny again. Might have jammed that left knee again. I don't know if he came down on somebody, but he is in pain. And we're going to need the trainers over here quickly. Well, we're hoping that Phillips is going to be okay. He had enough injuries throughout his career. He was hurt a little bit before, and now this one looks a bit more painful than the last one. So we'll hope that Phillip is going to be okay. They're going to help him to the sideline this time. It's his left leg again. So we'll just hope that Phillip's going to be okay. Heck of an addition to this Pointer basketball team. And hopefully it will not be something that is a long mend. Whether he can play anymore in the next couple of games is not so important as to not have a serious injury that would need a real lengthy rehab. It does not look real good at the moment, but again, before it looked like a muscle cramp. This one, I would say, doesn't necessarily look that way. Foul, by the way, was whistled on Anthony Espenson, his 3rd. Pointers with 8. Borchard at the free throw line, and he makes 1 out of 2. So 73-57, biggest lead of the ball game right there at 16. Garrett Nelson works up on top, sends it over to McCray. Tried to go in with the dribble. Back out to Moots, catch and shoot 3, and he bangs one home. Zach sometimes is better shooter off the catch and shoot. When he doesn't have to think about it, just a natural thing. Always was a good shooter in high school. Down to the baseline, Plowman. Tosses back out on the perimeter, over to the right side again, Peterson. I'm impressed with the way Oshkosh moves the basketball. Some of that's being teammates and knowing where everybody's going to be. A long 3 for Eddie Minch, and he's got it over Ryan Genry. And that is so far out there that I can't blame Ryan on that one. 76-60. Garrett working off the left wing. Pulls up, takes a long 2. That rims off, and there's a rebound by Eddie Minch, 6'5" senior. Well, they've got a little bit of height on Stevens Point, I guess, and now especially with Phillip out. It'll go off to Quinn Steckbauer. We're inside a minute. Oshkosh going to win this one. Point will drop to 1-4 and head over to Oshkosh on Friday night. Oshkosh, I mean, so many teams savor these games right now where they can take Stevens Point. Mintz from way outside, no, but wouldn't you know, Oshkosh grabs the rebound. Now it's a fight for the ball. Off it'll go to Garrett Nelson, and he will score it at the other end as the Pointers were able to come up with the loose ball. 76-62. Plowman will walk it across the timeline. Now, Oshkosh kind of plays the way Stevens Point always did. Very unselfish, passing the basketball, very, very good defense. We're going to get a host of subs. Sam Fredrickson for Oshkosh. Who else is coming in? Nick Otto, he's out of Appleton Xavier. Fredrickson from Fond du Lac. Tommy McGlynn into the ball game. Matt Holmgren into the game as well. And Joseph Adamson all in for Oshkosh right now. Pointers will bring that same 5 back out here with 26 seconds to go. 76-62. On the floor, it will go there to McGlynn. Right side to Holmgren. Down to the right corner, brings the pass back up on top to Nick Otto, over to the left baseline. Down to 14 on the clock. Fredrickson with it into the corner, left side. Fredrickson from deep had it stripped away and out of bounds with 6 seconds to go in the ball game. Oshkosh will be 4-1. The Pointers will be just the opposite, 1-4 after this one. And the Titans to inbound McGlynn. Actually, I think they missed a game, didn't they? They'd be turnaround jump shot at the horns, not going to go. And Stevens Point gets the rebound, but that'll do it. It was a shot clock violation. Titans win this one here tonight by a final of 76-62 over UW Stevens Point. Not what we had hoped for, but you know, Stevens Point's a work in progress right now. So many new players trying to figure each other out, trying to work things out together. And as long as they keep working at it, I think we're going to be okay. Oshkosh 76, UW Stevens Point 62. Let's take a break. We'll come back with more here on our post-game show. This is University of Wisconsin Stevens Point men's basketball on